Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today to sort of change the dynamic and the styles of readings, I'm going to be reading for this couple that I believe is not related to K-pop artists. It more has to do with Western artists. It's going to be for this couple, for Timothée Chalamet and for Kylie Jenner relationship. So yeah, I'm going to do this reading to see, about their connection, how they're doing, what do they think of each other or feel for each other. So yeah, so I'm going to do this. I hope that you enjoy this, and if you do, please don't forget to give it a like. And yes, let's begin. I placed Timothy on the left and Kylie on the right. So yeah, Timothy he got the Six of Swords, and Nine of Pentacles, and Nine of Wands. And then Kylie she got the Two of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Hierophant. The relationship as an overall, we got the cards of Knight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and Four of Swords. So yeah, what is interesting is that I mean, I don't know about these two, how they behave when they are in a relationship, or their style as lovers. But I don't see emotions here. So, um, I mean, like, are they a couple? Like, are they a couple, or are they like a business partners? Starting from his side with the Six of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands. Um, I think that he's sort of like open to keep advancing in this connection with the Six of Swords. Or something about him. Probably has to do with the internet and people talking about it, and he doesn't mind that. I think that individually, him as an individual, he feels a bit proud of himself. I don't know if dating someone like Kylie for some people can be a bit controversial, but for him, I believe it adds value to him, which I'm sure some people disagree on this, but this is what I got with the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Wands, there's this is like we have potential together. But then we have the Nine of Wands. So I think that he is willing to keep advancing in this connection. He believes in the connection. He feels very accomplished. He feels like, I don't know if she makes him look more appealing, or she makes him look more interesting. I don't know. I think that accordingly to his perception, there's some benefits of dating someone like her. But then also with the Nine of Wands, it's like, yeah, it's good for me. Um, but with the Nine of Wands, it's like it's also a bit overwhelming. So I think that he sort of feels like, okay, we are already in this journey. We are already embarked in this journey. So I cannot give up. Um, I do believe that there's something about him choosing her as something that he's doing from a very egotistic and selfish kind of side. But I think that he's like, I'm dating her because I can. So there's something that it sort of fits his ego in some aspect. So he's like, yeah, I'm dating her because I can. So what? So I think that it has its good sides, but also it has some not so beneficial sides. Like, definitely he feels like he has to defend himself all the time, or maybe he feels judged. There's a bit of pressure towards his person. But then there's also a bit, I don't want to say like there's fame, but there's something about this, him being in this, that he feels like he's shining. Like he's sort of like shining more when he's with her. I don't know what he means by that. But I think that even though it can be challenging from time to time, and he does meet a bit of resistances from some. I don't know if people's comments or opinions are a bit like mixed with positive feedback, and then others that are against this. But I feel like he's deciding to see what's beneficial for him. I think that the Nine of Pentacles talks also about him wanting to be independent from what the people think. So this is why he's gaining this sort of confidence and sort of like ego boost from this, and it's like, yeah, I know that probably they are criticizing me, but I don't care because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel more independent, more on my own, that I'm deciding to date someone like her. So yeah, we keep advancing. I'm going to keep advancing. This is like an adventure for him. He doesn't know where this is going. It's not like a long-term thing, but at least he's proud of himself. He's like, oh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident in myself. Then from Kylie's perspective, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Hierophant. So I think that for Kylie, definitely she's also someone that is taking it slow in this connection, sort of contemplating the pros and cons of dating someone like him. Um, she definitely feels like a strong attraction towards him. There's something that she feels like the magnetism, or she feels like um, there's something about him very, very alluring, like very that she finds beautiful. Like, okay, I cannot get away from you, or like I feel like I'm getting obsessed with you. There's something about you that is so attractive, like I cannot walk away from you. Um, but also with the Hierophant, there's also a bit of like I think that she's very immersed in this, like like as if this was like an obsession. Like definitely the attraction is there, but also with the Hierophant, I think that there's, I don't know if it's his fame that is getting in the way of her enjoying this. Um, with the Hierophant is like she feels like um she has to quote unquote she has to behave when she is with him. I don't know if she feels like, is he religious, or is he part of a community that they are religious, or that they are very like restrictive. um I feel like she has like wild fantasies with him, or she wants to be more flexible in her connection, probably a bit more wild with him. But with the Hierophant, it's like, no, you have to follow the rules. We have to get the approval of so and so. The audience has to approve this, or there's this. I don't know if he belongs to some kind of enterprise, or maybe it's Hollywood. I don't know. But I think like she would want to be a bit more wild and free in this connection, and she cannot. Like there's something that is probably a bit uncomfortable for her, because she cannot be free to enjoy this this strong magnetism that she feels for him. There's something about her like somehow having to quote unquote behave, or having to follow certain rules and protocols that I believe she's trying to get serious about it. She's trying to do what she's told. She's trying to follow the protocol, but probably, she goes through this she goes through these mood swings where it's like, okay, I'm accepting that I have to get serious when I'm with you, but then there are moments where I want to be naughty and I want to be wild and I want to be more passionate and I want to be more spontaneous and I want to explore you and explore our sexuality. I don't know. But there's something about this hierophant here being restrictive. So I don't know if this has to do with, you know, maybe that he's part of a very conservative kind of environment and she has to behave a certain way in order to be with him. And she's like, oh, okay, I guess I have to stick to the rules and the protocol and follow the traditions. You know, she has to get a bit much more traditional. And I think that she's like trying to do this, you know, trying to also maybe reduce a bit the level of sensuality or sexuality that she exudes because probably this sort of like institution they are like, oh, you shouldn't be like this, you know, like yeah, like control yourself, like, you know, watch your manners. So yeah, she's definitely putting the she must really like him because she definitely is putting the work, she's putting the effort. She doesn't know how to, she's still like struggling, but she's beginning to do it, to sort of adapt to belong more to his world and his ways. Because yeah, there's a lot of protocols and there's a lot of like do's and don'ts. It's like there's rules in here. If you want to be with him, you have to follow it. um then the relationship as an overall, yeah, with the night of definitely is so exhausting reading this, guys. I hope it makes sense. I hope that if you're a fan of this show or if you know something that I don't, because I don't know much, I usually read for K-pop, but if you do know, please give me a sort of feedback because I'm a bit exhausted reading for this because it's like I'm struggling finding the correct words because it's intense. Like there's a lot of like restriction. Like it's not that I cannot see. It's more like I feel like I have to control myself. You know, probably this is how Kylie feels. You know, and probably Timothée as well. You know, he feels like okay, like yeah, I'm being adventurous, but at the same time, I'm getting. I have to defend myself also of my decisions, of my initiative to wanting to be with someone like her. With the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords, I believe there's a woman. Uh, with this Knight of Swords, there could be like someone wanting to sort of interrupt their quote unquote honeymoon phase or honeymoon. This is a Queen of Pentacles, so I don't know if this is like a former lover of his because I see the Knight of Swords pointed at his side, so I think that it has to do with him. It could be an ex, someone very powerful, sort of like, you know, coming in with some, I don't know if maybe it can be an opinion, it can be someone criticizing him, it can be someone talking bad about him, or just being like, oh, I don't support this relationship, I don't like her, I don't think that what he's doing is correct. I don't know, but I think that this is a woman that probably she's very privileged. I don't know if she's like rich or if she's super famous, but she there's something about her having the weight of her show of her words. Definitely, probably the public is going to be very like paying a lot of attention to what she says, like taking it as an important feedback. So I see a bit of backlash. But I feel that it has to do with him. I don't know if he's criticizing him and being like, oh, I didn't know he was like this. He changed so much. Um, but yeah, I feel that this is someone that wants to confront him or start an argument with him, or maybe having like information about him and just not being very pleasant about it. Like actually wanting to start a fight or a rivalry, something like this. She has very strong opinions. She's very straightforward and is going towards him. But yeah, with the Four of Swords, I think that since this is about Timothy and Kylie's relationship, I think that the relationship could go. I don't think that they are going to break up, but definitely they could go a bit on MIA. They could be missing for a bit, like they could be hiding from a bit, because I believe that the accusation of this female are like very scandalous, or she sort of wants to, I don't know, separate them or just interfere and influence the audience opinion about them. So I think that with the Four of Swords, there's something about that it would be good for them to just don't respond and just go MIA. Like, don't respond and just, like, let this person be, let her have her moment, and just don't engage. At least that's what I get. That's what I get. That I think that this Queen of Pentacles is very influential. And I think that, I don't know if she has something, or she had a sort of bond or connection with Timothy, or it's just some random celebrity just wanting to pick on them, or be criticizing them just because she can, or she has an audience, or she has like a community, so she's like, oh, I have something to say about this too. But definitely someone that is very, I would say, influential, and also that is very rich or wealthy, very stable. But yeah, I don't know why I get like a white woman. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it seems like she really wants to say something about him. So yeah, I sort of, I don't see much going on for them. Like, I don't see them breaking up, but also I see them sort of like probably resting a bit from the audience, or just getting away or disappearing a bit from the spotlight. I believe that they need to take this break. They need to take this break, in order to escape a possible scandal, or just to not engage in this person coming at him. So yeah, I don't know how that could impact the relationship. Maybe it could be an ex. I don't know. I think that she doesn't have something against her particularly, but she does have a sort of grudge against him. So yeah, so she's powerful, so people will listen. But yeah, with the Four of Swords, I sort of see them like just remaining quiet about this. And probably the first months, the relationship is going to go on silence. You're not going to hear much about them, whether they're together or not. They're just on a pause. So yeah, guys, this is all I can see for these two. I hope it makes sense. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.